5 million. That's the official expectation from Macy's. 50 to 60,000 fireworks shells will be exploding above Manhattan as we all gather here. Macy's says it is the biggest display ever, surpassing the 2000 show that used to enjoy that status. Crowds already lining up, people scoring key viewing spots. Yeah, at this point, it's a bit of a long wait because the fireworks don't start for another 4 or 5 hours, but people here say it is worth it. Worth the crowds, worth all that?
Yes, of course,
Why's
right?
that? Yeah.
Because it's 4th of July, you know, you got to celebrate independence, you got to celebrate, you know, all the good vibes and everything, the happy people, the beautiful kids, you know, and it's New York City.
This is one of the great things about New York, right? The fireworks display over the river. Everybody comes out. It's a great time.
We've been planning for a solid year now to bring this to life. We've got incredible music, incredible technology that has enabled us to do a lot of new things this year.
And about that, this year's theme focusing on patriotism. There'll be a new score that you'll be listening to. And also, if you download what's called the Make Light app on your phone, what's going to happen is that your phone will sync color-wise with the fireworks going on above the sky. So if they're green fireworks, your phone will be green. So that's going to be something to see, an absolutely first-time thing here along the East River. We'll be with you all evening long, bringing you the highlights. For now, reporting live in Long Island City, I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York.
All right, Gus, we're ready to download that. I need to do that now. Well, just like it is every year, security across the city is tight. But this year, there are some new tools the NYPD is using. One of those tools, the Critical Response Command. That's a specially trained group of officers prepared to respond to any situation. This year, there are also specially trained dogs that can sniff out chemical or hazardous materials. And police will be on the water as well as on land. We have News 4's Sarah Wallace on the east side with a closer look at the security in place. Hi, Sarah.
I'm here at East 105th Street. You can see behind me, this is the traffic on the FDR. It is absolutely bumper to bumper because they're in the process right now of closing the FDR. Across the river on Randall's Island, the police commissioner himself attended the roll call of hundreds of counterterrorism officers. He said there will be more manpower at this event than ever before.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. We can't stop it, but I mean, the more cops, the better.
And the police department clearly agrees more sends the right message. Everywhere you look today, there was a massive presence, even before the east side was shut down to traffic. Cops closed the pathway under the FDR at noon, and officers moved in for a sweep. Command posts stood at the ready, and so did hundreds of brand new academy graduates getting their first major marching orders.
No more traffic eastbound.
The new 500-plus members of the official response team trained in counterterrorism are also working the event, along with aviation and harbor units. Looking at all the security, how does that make you feel?
Secure, very secure. Every year they usually have all the security here, so that's pretty good.
And you know, a lot of people told us today that this is their holiday, and they are not prepared to let anything spoil it. Live from the FDR, where it is packed here in anticipation of the closure, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
All right, Sarah, thank you very much. So we've shown you the preparations, we've shown you the security, but perhaps the most important part of any fireworks show, the weather. The question we have for Storm Team 4's Erica Grow: is Mother Nature feeling patriotic this year? Check the forecast, Erica.
Well, it's certainly looking good for us here in the immediate metro area for the next several hours. You can see here on our live view of Storm Tracker, we've got all the sweeps going here and no rain in the tri-state yet, but we are seeing a few very light, just sprinkles and showers approaching, moving through the Lehigh Valley and making their way across I-78. You saw at the beginning of the show, I had that flash flood watch graphic up, and that is in effect for most of central and southern New Jersey, but not for the 5 boroughs and points north and east of that. As we head into tomorrow, we could even see a few severe thunderstorms. We have a marginal risk for severe weather in effect for tomorrow. So let's time this out for you hour by hour. At 7 o'clock, it's still 80 degrees, and then we start to sink down into the mid-70s. Notice at fireworks time, 9 p.m., it's still dry with a temperature of 77. At 10 o'clock, though, those first raindrops falling. So you're going to want to make sure that you get indoors shortly after the fireworks are done. We'll talk more about that heavy rain coming during the overnight hours coming up in the 10-day forecast. Back to you.
All right. See you soon, Erica. Thank you very much. Reminder, NBC4 is your home for the Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular. The show kicks off tonight at 8, and head to NBCNewYork.com for a behind-the-scenes look at the way it takes to put on that show.
Well, today Central Park was bustling once again, one day after a tourist lost part of his leg in an explosion. Today, police are searching for the person who left it behind while the teenage victim is in the hospital. We have News 4's Mark Santia at Bellevue Hospital in Kips Bay. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Natalie. Right now, as you said, the teenager here at Bellevue, he's recuperating. The NYPD just wrapped up their press conference moments ago, and they told us all of the bomb material, all that explosive material, all of the evidence, it is now at the lab, and they're hoping to have results back in just 2 days. Less than 24 hours after the explosion that severed an 18-year-old's foot, the blast site in Central Park has become a destination spot for the curious.
Thought it might have something else to do with investigations, etc. Plus, I didn't want to step on it.
We see police officers, we see security everywhere. We feel very safe.
Visiting from Indianapolis, Jody Ferguson says the explosion did not keep her from exploring the city today.
We're here to see New York for the first time, and we're happy to be here, and we're not going to be scared or stay in our rooms.
18-year-old Connor Golden remains here at Bellevue Hospital after stepping on what police call a homemade explosive at the base of this boulder not far from the Central Park Zoo.
It was like surreal. It still is, kind of like I'm in a dream.
Golden's family stunned by news of the blast. The honor student from Virginia was visiting New York with 2 friends.
I get sad because I think, does Connor know what's happened to his legs? Certainly his father and mother do, but does he know? And that's what gives me the chills.
Back in the park, we found NYPD detectives canvassing the area, looking for witnesses, talking to park vendors. Mark Torrey, the lieutenant commanding officer of NYPD's bomb squad, spoke just minutes ago.
We do not believe, based on that evidence and where it was placed and the configuration and so forth, as the commissioner said, we would not categorize this as an explosive device, number one. Number two, it was not placed there as part of an experiment to have somebody be hurt.
Police say they also believe this is the work of a, quote, explosive hobbyist whose fascination grows around July 4th. We're live at Kips Bay. I'm Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Decision 2016 out of the race for the White House. Donald Trump is defending himself against critics who are accusing him of being anti-Semitic. The presumptive Republican nominee tweeted a graphic attacking Hillary Clinton with what appears to be a Jewish Star of David over a pile of money. The tweet set off a media firestorm. Today, Trump tweeted back, quote, dishonest media is trying their absolute best to depict a star in a tweet as the Star of David rather than a sheriff star or a plain star. That image has since been deleted.
And Trump is also busy vetting potential running mates. Today, he met with Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. Sources close to Ernst tell NBC News the meeting was last minute and a complete surprise to the senator. Ernst is in her first term in the Senate. Just over the weekend, Trump met with Indiana Governor Mike Pence. Other names being floated as potential running mates include New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and former House Speaker Newt Gingrich. Now, Hillary Clinton is apparently considering New Jersey Senator Cory Booker as her potential running mate. After weeks of eluding the question, the former Newark mayor is no longer denying that he's being vetted for the position. He changed his tune during an interview with CNN.
Have you, has your staff provided any personal documents to the Clinton campaign?
You know, at this point, I've answered this question, talked about this. I'm just referring questions about the vice presidency to the woman that's going to have to make this decision.
Some Democrats don't want Booker taken from his Senate seat because Republican Governor Chris Christie would then pick his replacement.
New at 4, 2 new attacks in a wave of violence that is rocking the Middle East. Today, 2 suicide bombings in 2 Saudi Arabian cities. It's the 3rd attack today in Saudi Arabia, following another bombing overnight. All of this happening on the eve of Ramadan and in the wake of a horrific scene in Iraq. NBC's Bill Neely has more on the attacks.
Controlled explosions outside the U.S. consulate in Jeddah this morning after a suicide bomber was stopped in his car by 2 security men. He detonated his bomb, but no one in the consulate was injured. The first bombing there in years aimed at Americans. Iraq was hit with its worst suicide attack this year. This was a busy shopping area, packed with people preparing to celebrate the holiday of Eid, when a truck packed with explosives was driven into a building. Dozens of children were among the dead. Whole families died together. Iraq's prime minister visited the scene, but was heckled and his car stoned. A week after his forces retook Fallujah from ISIS, the terror group is lashing back, and its reach is wide. Bangladesh is now the latest country to suffer an ISIS massacre. Among the 20 dead at this restaurant were 3 teenagers studying in America. ISIS is blamed for last week's attack in Turkey. Now Bangladesh and Iraq join its hit list. More than 200 dead in less than a week. ISIS promised to make the holy month of Ramadan a month of terror. And if you add the Orlando, Florida massacre and one attack in France to that list, it is global. And for most Muslims, it's a total perversion of their holy month. Back to you.
Bill Neely reporting. Countries throughout Eastern Europe have been on alert for months trying to vet Syrian and Afghan refugees that are pouring into their countries. But now there is a disturbing statistic out of Germany today. Officials there say at least 17 ISIS militants have gotten into Europe disguised as refugees. Most of those militants have either been captured or killed. 2 of them apparently killed at the terror attack in Paris.
Still ahead, you might have felt it, where an earthquake rattled one town overnight.
Plus, there's one group of people with an extra reason to celebrate this 4th of July, the special ceremony that took place in the shadow of Lady Liberty.
Also, local firefighters come to the aid of some ducklings in distress. The rescue inside a storm drain is caught on camera.
And later, coming up at 4:30, a warning from police about a different kind of holiday tradition, where they say this man uses the distraction of the fireworks as a cover for his crimes.
This 4th of July, Nissan's giving you 1,000 more reasons to celebrate. Choose excitement, capability, safety, and get holiday bonus cash. During Nissan's Free to Choose event, get up to 1,000 holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers, like a $159 per month lease on Altima. Hurry! Bonus cash ends July 5th. Shop at your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com today.
Let the games begin. Experience the power, the passion, and the pageantry of medieval times. Tickets starting at just $26.95. Visit medievaltimes.com.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. So we wired the Wagner's house with 100 meg internet, which means that in the time it takes Mrs. Wagner's car to arrive for the airport, she can use Fios to download the movie Up in the Air to watch while she's up in the air. That's the power of fiber optics. And right now you can get 100 meg internet with equal upload and download speeds, TV and phone for just $69.99 per month online. Cable can't offer internet speeds this fast at a price this good. Only Fios can.
At New York Bariatric Group, we've always been the country's leader in weight loss surgery. Now we are pleased to offer a non-surgical option for the rest of you. The Reshape Dual Balloon System is a new weight loss procedure approved by the FDA. New York Bariatric Group is one of the first practices in the country to offer it. 2 balloons limit the amount of food consumed and kickstart your weight loss. Plus, a full year of coaching, tools, and resources help maximize weight loss and maintain the results. Learn more. Make your consultation today.
Whoa, that doesn't look good. No, not you. Ordinary fuels can clog your engine with dirt. It's like lugging this around. It's dragging down your fuel economy. But over time, using new and improved BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean up that dirt, like hundreds of scrubbing brushes. So that means a cleaner engine, which helps you get more miles per tank. I'll be here if you need me. New BP gasoline with Invigorate, our best fuel ever.
It seems like a cold at first. You can't concentrate, can't sleep. Before long, it's all you can think about. You feel anxious and uncertain until one day you realize this could be it. You've done it. You've quit smoking for good. A little suffering now can save a lot of suffering later. Stop before the real suffering starts. You can quit smoking. Talk with your doctor.
See more stories from the I-Team on the News 4 New York app for iPhone. Tap the News 4 logo in the corner and select Investigations. Watch the top stories from New York's biggest I-Team. The News 4 New York app for iPhone. Available in the App Store now.
On to New Jersey. If you felt the ground shaking there this morning, you weren't alone. Part of the state rattled by a small earthquake. A 1.4 magnitude quake was recorded about a half-mile southeast of Kinnelon, that's in Morris County. Police in surrounding towns say people called 911 to report the shaking. There was no damage and nobody was hurt.
This 4th of July will forever have a special meaning to 21 people who took part in a ceremony in New Jersey.
Just a stone's throw away from Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty, those people took the oath to become U.S. citizens. News 4's Rana Novini live at Liberty State Park in Jersey City. Rana.
Yeah, Stefan and Sabila, there are 21 new U.S. citizens in northern New Jersey. The Manhattan skyline, the perfect backdrop for that ceremony. And of course, what's a quintessential day to call yourself an American. Those 21 new U.S. citizens are from 17 different countries. They received their naturalization certificates at that ceremony this morning. We talked to a new U.S. citizen originally from India. He said he hopes to help combat the sometimes negative portrayal of immigrants.
It's kind of sad how a lot of people think about the immigrants. They feel like they're outsiders, and I hope they shouldn't feel like that. But they should think positive, and like we all like Native Americans, we are all Americans now, and we should all be treated as the same.
This ceremony was one of about 100 naturalization ceremonies happening around the country this holiday weekend. So in all, there are about 7,000 new American citizens celebrating this 4th of July. Reporting live in Jersey City, Rana Novini, News 4, New York.
Congratulations, though. Fantastic. Thank you, Rana. President Obama and his family are spending their last 4th of July at the White House.
And they've invited some very special guests over to watch the fireworks tonight. The First Family's hosting a barbecue for military families. There will also be a private concert, a pretty good one. Performances by Kendrick Lamar and singer Janelle Monáe. The event's typically held on the South Lawn, but it's been moved indoors because of the weather there. Weather permitting, the event will end with the fireworks viewing on the National Mall.
What a terrific day to be outside.
Yeah, fantastic.
Get
we all
out
know
there.
the rain's going to hold out.
Yeah, well, it looks like for the city it is going to hold out, so great news there, but some other parts of the tri-state not so lucky. We'll track that for you with Future Tracker in just a moment. But right now, we're taking a live look at our beautiful downtown skyline from Liberty State Park in Jersey City. It is nice and warm and comfortable out there. The humidity has risen a little bit from where we were this past weekend, but it's still very pleasant to be outside. You can see those high clouds have started to move in, and that cloud deck's going to lower and thicken as we head through the evening, but it's going to stay dry for the fireworks displays in the city. However, showers arrive south and west of town through the evening hours, and then overnight, heavy rain and thunderstorms overspread pretty much the entire metro area. However, it's south of town that you have the best potential for seeing that heavy rain, even flooding potential. The rain is going to linger into the morning commute for just about everyone in the metro area. Right now in Sayreville, it's 86 degrees. It's 82 in Manalapan. Howell at 81 degrees. Same temperature in White Plains, and it's 82 in Sussex. Out on Long Island, just a little bit cooler. It's 78 right now in Islip and West Hampton at 77 degrees. On satellite and radar, you can see that high cloud cover approaching, but the sprinkles and showers right now in southeastern Pennsylvania are very light. Some of that's not even reaching the ground, but this is the first line. Very, very light sprinkles. This isn't going to develop into anything more significant. So taking a look at Future Tracker as we move this ahead to 9 o'clock as the fireworks are getting started. And again, some of these light spotty showers won't even reach the ground, so it will be dry for the fireworks display in the city. But then that leading edge of steady rainfall makes its way toward the city by 11 o'clock. So you're going to want to wrap things up quickly after the fireworks are done and get out of Dodge, because the rain will start to come down with higher intensity, especially toward midnight. 5 a.m. heading back to work, getting the kids out the door, maybe for camp. And look at these bands of heavy rain making their way through central New Jersey. This all has a northwesterly trajectory. It's kind of, or northeasterly, I should say. And by the tail end of the morning rush tomorrow, doesn't get any better. We could see some very heavy rainfall, maybe even some rumbles of thunder, and then a pop-up shower or thunderstorm is possible in the afternoon on Tuesday. So as we look ahead past that system, a new weather issue comes into the picture. We could have a heat wave on our hands. A big area of warm air, a ridge in the upper atmosphere is going to move on in to the tri-state area. That's going to lead to heat and humidity. The rain is going to stay away for the middle of the work week, and temperatures are going to soar into the 90s. As we head through the next couple of days, though, we're going to keep things in the 80s, at least for tomorrow. 84 degrees in Midtown, 87 degrees in Wantage. We're going to see those showers continuing through the morning hours and then tapering off to just an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon with that high of 84 degrees. Winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So here's a look at the Storm Team 4 10-day forecast, and there is that heat wave beginning on Wednesday, a high of 92 degrees. It'll be 92 again on on Thursday, and then Friday would be the make it an official heat wave if we get to 90 degrees once again. But it looks like it could be a little tenuous reaching that 90-degree mark on Friday because we're looking for an isolated thunderstorm, cooling things down a little bit. The end of next weekend, Sunday, looks fantastic, but we might have another shower or storm on Saturday. So overall, the forecast is looking very typically summer-like. We get a little bit of heat, a little bit of humidity, and a chance for a storm.
Just in terms of timing it out, I understand some shows are actually moving up the schedule because they're worried about that rain coming
which is a good idea, right? You don't want to deprive people of their fireworks displays on 4th of July, and you should be able to get it in as long as it's before 10 o'clock in the city.
Yeah, those are some spots in Jersey. I know we have News 4's Brian Thompson at the shore, so we'll hear more from him in just a little bit.
That's right.
Thank you, Erica. Appreciate it. Well, we might love the fireworks and the colorful lights.
Yeah, but those loud bangs and booms could be bad for your pet. Many are frightened by the noise. I know mine definitely get a little nervous. Emergency visits to the vet actually go up by nearly 50% right around the 4th of July. Some of the illnesses are related to long, hot holiday car rides. Food poisoning is also common because pets are often fed human foods that they should not be eating. It's tough, but you've got to stick to it, right? You don't want them to get sick. Still ahead. Right now, history is being made a long way from here. NASA in its final hours of a mission that lasted 5 years. What this means for us coming up.
Also coming up, a warning for residents on the Upper East Side. Why police are pretty sure this guy may strike again, a burglar.
Plus, caught on camera where this water spout was spotted off the Atlantic coast.
Stay ahead of the storm with the NBC4 New York app. Tap the NBC4 logo in the corner and select the weather tab. See the latest forecast, interactive radar, and even set the weather page as your home screen. Download the NBC4 New York app on the App Store now.
Tonight, celebrate with the biggest fireworks in America with Kenny Chesney, Pitbull, Meghan Trainor, DNCE, 5 Seconds of Summer, and Sarah Bareilles. Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular, live at 8/7 Central on NBC.
Medals are won in training.
It's chess, not checkers. You gotta sacrifice things.
Put in work.
It is a full-time job.
As an Olympian,
They just don't hand out gold medals.
you're gonna have to be on your A game, no doubt.
Because that's what it takes.
If you're not reaching to be the best, then why are you in the game at all?
Today we have an event welcoming the community. We have the kids coming in, they're displaying their artwork.
Our children are ages 3 to 5 years old. All of our children in our school have developmental delays.
Without the community, we don't exist. It's as simple as that. Our community is what makes us.
We're just not here selling furniture, we're actually here doing something for them.
All across America, families are coming back to Time Warner Cable for a whole new experience. That's because we've been working hard to give you better service, and it shows.
We came back for internet speeds so fast, even the kids are impressed. Oh, she's impressed.
We're catching up on movies and shows on demand just as fast as we can watch them.
For $89.99 a month, you'll get 100 meg ultra-fast internet, popular HD channels, and unlimited calling.
TWC's home Wi-Fi is so strong, we can use all our devices at the same time.
So we can all watch whatever we want.
And that's kind of cool.
Call 1-844-470-1737. For $89.99 a month, you'll get internet, TV, and phone. There's no contract, no risk, and our money-back guarantee.
Come back today, and we'll give you free installation with our exclusive 1-hour arrival window.
Feels good to be back.
Call us today. You'll get internet, TV, and phone for $89.99 a month, plus free installation, TV equipment, and Epics included. Call now.
Frank, Tina tells me your new Buick has built-in Wi-Fi.
Your Buick has Wi-Fi?
Seriously? Seriously?
So I can update my blog from your car?
You have a blog?
Can I have the password?
Can I get my hedge clippers back?
It's a strange password. You know, you should put numbers in there.
Available built-in Wi-Fi. That's expectation shattering. That's the new Buick.
It's a great time to discover the new Buick with cash back for 20% of the MSRP on these most popular 2016 vehicles. That's over $10,500 cash back on this Enclave.
SC Johnson, a family company.
New details have emerged from that tragic alligator attack at Walt Disney World last month. The father of the 2-year-old killed at the Grand Floridian said that a second gator took part in that attack. According to the Orlando Sentinel, Matt Graves was bit several times as he tried to grab for his son, who was being dragged into the water by the first alligator. Fire officials say that Graves initially refused to leave the scene despite his injuries. The body of the toddler, you'll remember, was found 1 day later.
A 5-year journey to Jupiter has come to an end, with NASA's Juno spacecraft finally arriving at the solar system's largest planet. Juno launched in August 2011, setting out on a nearly 2 billion-mile trip, and it's entering Jupiter's orbit today. Scientists expect Juno to spend more than the next 20 months, gathering information about the planet to help us better understand the history of our solar system.
What Juno's about is looking beneath that surface. We've got to go down and look at what's inside, see how it's built, how deep do these features go, learn about its real secrets. That's what Juno's about.
NASA launched the unmanned spacecraft from Cape Canaveral back in August 2011.
In New Jersey, 9 little ducklings got their freedom today.
Firefighters rescued the tiny animals from a storm drain. It was all caught on camera this morning in West Milford. Firefighters took off the storm cover, climbed into the drain, then lifted those little ducklings out one by one. And now they'll be reunited with their mother.
Still to come here, much more on News 4 at 4. Why one city's mayor and police chief are now apologizing to a man after a pretty embarrassing arrest.
And it's a restaurant scare caught on camera. What happened here that had people running for the exit?
Plus, it's a New York 4th of July tradition. Of course, we're talking about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. So, did Joey Chestnut regain his title?
And one doctor's creation that could be the key to dealing with mosquito bites. What it does and what health experts say you can do to avoid it getting bit at all.
Sending us photos is now even easier with the News 4 New York app for iPhone. Tap the News 4 logo in the corner and hit Submit Photo. Select the photo you want to share and send it our way. The News 4 New York app for iPhone. Available in the App Store now.
Come to Sesame Place before little kids become big kids. Before dress up turns to makeup. And tag becomes hashtag. And don't miss our brand new show, The Magic of Art, featuring Abby Gadabby. Come to the only place that makes little hearts race. Save $10 on admission and get a free second visit only at sesameplace.com. Sesame Place. Go before they grow.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, all Stop and Shop produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess.
My Stop and Shop. Now look for your produce manager's fresh picks of the week in store. And this week, get seedless watermelon just $3.98 each.
Here's to life, liberty, and the pursuit of a great deal on a new Toyota.
Celebrate 2 new revolutionary hybrids during Toyota's Red, White, and Blue sales event. The completely redesigned 2016 Prius is fun on the open road. Or check out the RAV4 hybrid with standard all-wheel drive and available bird's-eye view camera. Lease a new 2016 Prius for just $209 a month, or lease RAV4 hybrid for just $209 a month during Toyota's Red, White, and Blue sales event. Toyota, let's go places.
Today we have an event welcoming the community. We have the kids coming in, they're displaying their artwork.
Our children are ages 3 to 5 years old. All of our children in our school have developmental delays.
Without the community, we don't exist. It's as simple as that.
Our community is what makes us. We're just not here selling furniture, we're actually here doing something for them.
Turn your favorite devices into a TV and enjoy NBC shows live or on demand with the TWC TV app. As a Time Warner Cable customer, it's easy and free. Download the app and start watching today. Time Warner Cable.
Early detection is critical in fighting cancer. A misdiagnosis or other errors can have serious consequences. For almost 40 years, Jacoby & Myers has successfully represented thousands of clients, winning them the money they need to take care of themselves and their families. You fight the cancer. We'll fight for you. Jacoby & Myers, winning serious injury lawsuits since 1972. Call 1-800-264-8590.
Right now, July 4th burglar, a warning for the Upper East Side, why police say this guy might strike again today.
And sleepy thieves. These guys rob a man on his front porch. How police say they got away.
Wrong arrest. Officers in big trouble for this arrest, forcing one mayor to apologize. You're watching News 4 New York at 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. Happy 4th. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stephen Holt. Thanks for joining us. We begin this afternoon with a string of bizarre burglaries on the Upper East Side, and they come only once a year. And here's why. The alleged burglar only strikes on the 4th of July. He's hitting up buildings in a very specific number in the address, and the story gets even stranger from there.
And the big question tonight, will he strike again? We have News 4's Michael George joining us live from the Upper East Side with new information. Hey, Michael.
Well, Natalie, Stephen, take a look all over the Upper East Side. You're going to see these flyers. Police are warning people to be on the lookout for this guy. They say for 2 years in a row, he's robbed apartments on the 4th of July, and it may be because he knows people tend to leave home for the holiday. Now, we want to show you some surveillance video showing a burglary last year. He's casually walking through a stranger's apartment. He got away with tens of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, including a wedding ring, and police say he did it again 2 years ago, also on the 4th of July, and they're worried he'll try it again this year. Now, these are luxury apartments on the Upper East Side, typically considered very safe neighborhood. Now, here's another unusual part of this case. All the apartments he robbed have an address of 444, and all the robberies were on the 4th of July. Now, we spoke with neighbors about this 4th of July bandit.
I think it's shocking. I mean, this is a safe, secure neighborhood.
He looks very unassuming. He's wearing a Nike cap. He's just walking in casually.
Now, it appears that he's getting into these apartments because they're left unlocked. So right now, police are reminding people in this neighborhood to keep your doors locked, even in a neighborhood you typically feel is safe. We're live right now on the Upper East Side. Michael George, News 4 New York.
And Michael, we understand the number 4 is helping police in all this. Talk a little bit about that.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, again, the addresses of all the locations that he's robbed, 444, and all the robberies taking place on July 4. Now, police say they don't know if that has any connection to this. It could all be a coincidence. Most of these are considered crimes of opportunity. He happens to be checking apartments till he finds one that's unlocked. That said, a lot of people think that maybe it's possible he has some fascination with the number 4. At this point, they say they're just not sure.
All right. Michael, thanks so much. New at 4, police want your help to find 2 suspects in a robbery in the Bronx. We have the surveillance video that was just released, and it is pretty clear. There it is. Police say this happened at 5:30 in the morning last Wednesday. A man was asleep on his porch on Decatur Avenue in the Fordham section when 2 men woke him up. They're slowly making their way up there. After a quick conversation, they grabbed a chain off of his neck. They took off. The victim, though, luckily was not hurt. Now to a similar robbery in Queens. The criminals also targeted jewelry, but police say the victim in this case was an off-duty corrections officer. The pair of thieves actually shot him in the leg after snatching a chain off his neck. This happened on 113th Avenue in St. Albans early this morning. The officers expect to be okay. The thieves got away in a silver car.
New at 4, police are looking for the man who attacked a Brooklyn Deli employee with a bat. Police say the man got into a fight with the worker at the Finest Deli on Nostrand Avenue in Crown Heights yesterday. Police then say he pulled out a bat and hit him over the head. The suspect ran. The victim was taken to the hospital and is okay this afternoon. Also in Brooklyn, hundreds of people gathered to pay their respects to a popular pizzeria owner who was shot and killed outside his home. Calling hours for Louis Barbati were held today at the Scarpacci Funeral Home in Dyker Heights. Barbati was gunned down as he stood in his backyard on Thursday night during an apparent attempted robbery. Barbati was the co-owner of L&B Spumoni Gardens. His funeral is tomorrow. The family is offering a $50,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest in the case.
New information tonight. A Connecticut teen and his father are getting ready to battle it out with the FAA in court. Austin Howitt and his dad have refused to comply with subpoenas from the agency over that video posted by the teen of a drone equipped with a handgun. The family claims the subpoenas violate their constitutional rights, but the FAA says this is part of an investigation. A hearing will be held on July 6th. It's now day 4 of casino workers striking at Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, and they're vowing to stay off the job until a new contract's reached. Union members want higher wages as well as their health insurance, pension, and other benefits back. They were eliminated after bankruptcy proceedings 2 years ago. The management team for owner Carl Icahn has not commented on the strike.
Fire investigators are trying to pinpoint the cause of a huge fire that tore through several Newark homes last night. The flames shooting through the roof and damaging 4 buildings. Flames broke out just after 11 last night. It took fire crews several hours to put the flames out. 28 people have been forced out, but none of the residents was hurt. One firefighter was taken to the hospital to be checked out.
Big crowds on Coney Island for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. A record set, I believe. Who came out on top this year?
But first, customer panic. What one man did at this restaurant that terrified other diners.
Plus, bizarre bandit. What police say this guy's accused of taking.
And Storm Team 4's Erica Grow here with an update on your fireworks forecast. Hey, Erica.
That's right, and it looks like it could be a little bit messy as we head into the overnight hours, but will we be able to keep it dry for the fireworks itself? I'm going to track those developing storms for you with our future tracker coming up in the 10-day forecast. Stay tuned.
Tuesday at 6.
This is political gamesmanship being played with human beings' lives.
It's a case of murder, misconduct, and missing evidence.
Did you think he would die here?
Yeah.
And one man's life hanging in the balance. It's an I-Team bombshell.
Tuesday at 6. Thrilling coasters, wild water rides, a relaxing lazy river. This summer, enjoy your family's favorite rides at Hershey Park. Go to NBCNewYork.com/contest for your chance to win a sweet family getaway. Discover the difference between happy and Hershey Park happy.
Rejoice, my theater-going comrades. Matilda the Musical is an explosion of joy. It's a treat for ears, eyes, brain, and heart. Matilda is stupendous fun. I'm over the moon. It's that good. Matilda, Broadway's biggest little hero. For tickets to Matilda the Musical, visit telecharge.com today.
Today we have an event welcoming the community. We have the kids coming in, they're displaying their artwork.
Our children are ages 3 to 5 years old. All of our children in our school have developmental delays.
Without the community, we don't exist. It's as simple as that.
Our community is what makes us. We're just not here selling furniture, we're actually here doing something for them.
Keep on track with Dunkin' Donuts fruit smoothies, made with low-fat yogurt and real fruit, blended into feel-good flavors like new wild berry. America runs on Dunkin'.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. So we wired the Wagner's house with 100 meg internet, which means that in the time it takes Mr. Wagner to pour a 20-ounce cup of coffee, Tommy can download 30 songs and Jan can upload 120 photos. 12 seconds. That's the power of fiber optics. And right now you can get 100 meg internet with equal upload and download speeds, TV and phone for just $69.99 per month online. Cable can't offer internet speeds this fast at a price this good. Only Fios can.
I have one voice, and I love using it. But when diverse voices join together, it's so much more than just singing along. It's unity, a power that can make positive change happen.
Join 1 million people in a lineup of incredible artists for Together 2016, a free day of music, unity, and faith that will define a generation.
Together 2016 is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. On July 16th, will you stand with me on the National Mall?
Want to see more stories from New York's biggest I-Team? Go to NBCNewYork.com and select the Investigations tab, or download our free app and click on Investigations. Search WNBC on the App Store now. See more stories from the I-Team on the News 4 New York app for iPhone. Tap the News 4 logo in the corner and select Investigations. Watch the top stories from New York's biggest I-Team. The News 4 New York app for iPhone. Available in the App Store now.
There he is. Right there.
On the ball, no! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Officers in Avon, Ohio, guns drawn, taking down a man reported to be a suspicious person at a hotel. That man, in fact, was a tourist from the United Arab Emirates, but this was not the sightseeing he was expecting. Police were called to that hotel by the clerk's family, who said the man was speaking Arabic and pledged his allegiance to ISIS.
There he is. Right there. On the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The body cameras of the officers recorded the whole exchange. There was no evidence in the end that Ahmed al-Manali was connected to terrorism in any way. After he was cleared, he passed out and needed to be examined at a local hospital. This prompted a public apology from the mayor and from the police chief.
9 seconds.
Someone from the police department did wish to disrespect you. It is a very regrettable circumstance that occurred for you. You should not have been put in that situation like you were.
Now, in response to this incident, the United Arab Emirates has issued a travel warning to anyone headed to the United States. They have also called upon their ambassador to investigate the incident.
Well, this man caused a major scare at a bar in Idaho. Surveillance video showed him climbing. You'll see it in 1 second there. There he is, climbing on top of the bar before he yelled, "Allah is the only one true God." Everyone else, fearful of what he was going to do next, went running for the doors. The bartender pulled him down and held him. There they go until the officers arrived. They only found alcohol in his backpack. He was charged with disorderly conduct. Well, police in Reno, Nevada want to know why a man tried to drive into a crowd at an annual outdoor festival. Police shot and killed the man driving a minivan through a barrier and toward the crowds at the biggest Little City Wing Fest. It all started with a traffic stop just a few blocks away. The driver swerved toward an officer who then opened fire. No one in the crowd was hurt.
Still much more ahead for us on News 4 at 4. A lot of parties going on tonight, but up next, the embarrassing thing people are admitting to doing at those parties, according to a new survey.
Plus, a huge party in Coney Island. Joey Chestnut reclaiming his title as Nathan's hot dog eating champ. So how many did he eat?
Oh, boy. And we're also talking about a reward that's being offered to nab this guy, where the Straw Hat Bandit is on the loose.
Plus, where this was spotted off of the Atlantic coast, and more of the amazing video coming up next.
Summer's here, and the time is right to celebrate the music that transformed America. Motown the Musical is the perfect show for New York's hottest nights. It's the Broadway sensation that's taking the world by storm, and an express thrill ride to music heaven. Don't miss Motown the Musical on Broadway for 18 weeks only.
This 4th of July, Nissan's giving you 1,000 more reasons to celebrate. Choose excitement, capability, safety, and get holiday bonus cash. During Nissan's Free to Choose event, get up to 1,000 holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers, like a $179 per month lease on Rogue. Hurry! Bonus cash ends July 5th. Shop at your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com today.
Hey, Bob, let's play another game of Dare to Compare.
I bought this bedroom from a big furniture store that's always running some crazy sale. Paid a whopping $23.69 for it.
Looks just like your Jason bedroom, but yours is only $11.99. Same great look, same extra underbed storage.
Well, let's play fair, Kath. Theirs is a little bit nicer.
But not twice as nice.
You got that right. My Jason bedroom, an untouchable value. Only $11.99 complete and only available at My Bob's Discount Furniture.
You don't let anything keep you sidelined. That's why you drink Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals. For the strength and energy to get back to doing what you love. Ensure, always be you.
For over 35 years, we've been a place of healing, health, and well-being for thousands of New Yorkers in need of continuing care and rehabilitation services. Village Care, a pioneering and innovative organization here to help you live your best life.
This is something you want your family to be in, that you want your neighbors to be in, because it's not that many of them out there like that.
Learn more. Visit villagecare.org. Village Care, redefining wellness.
Welcome to a whole new world of free TV, just like it used to be. Watch up to 40 broadcast channels from your favorite networks like ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and more for free. All you need is a digital antenna from Optimum. Plus, get internet at home and the Optimum Wi-Fi network, all with no annual contract for the everyday low price of $24.95 a month. Call 866-200-9833 today and we'll install tomorrow. Optimum. Let's connect more.
In Florida, a plane crashed into the Everglades, claiming the life of the pilot. You see the wreckage there in the middle of the wetlands. The NTSB is now looking into exactly how that happened. Authorities say that single-engine plane was reported missing shortly after taking off last night. Aside from the pilot, no one else was on board that aircraft. Well, he is wanted for nearly a dozen bank heists in the past 4 years. Tonight, the thief known as the Straw Hat Bandit has hit again. Police say that armed man stole money from a PNC bank in a suburb near Philly on Saturday. You see there, he hides his face wearing a tan hat and a makeshift mask. Kind of looks like the Scarecrow there. Authorities say his bank heists across Pennsylvania date back to 2012. PNC Bank is offering a $10,000 reward for his arrest.
Natalie, it's become almost as much of a 4th of July tradition as fireworks. We're talking about the annual Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest on Coney Island. And this year's competition, 2016, did not disappoint. In this corner, Joey Jaws Chestnut reclaiming his title after eating 70 hot dogs and the buns in just 10 minutes. That is the most hot dogs ever eaten at a competition. Chestnut was the reigning champ of the event until last year. That's when he was upset by this year's runner-up, Matt Stoney. Chestnut was thrilled to finally take back the title.
I slowed down because I just wanted to hit 70 and do it safe. And he knows I have room for more if he wants to get better and push me next year. But it was a great contest. It's a great crowd.
All right, and Stoney, the runner-up, ate 53 hot dogs this year. The next closest competitor ate a measly 41 hot dogs. That's just a typical weekend for us here at News 4. Well, now to the women's competition. Defending champ Miki Sudo captured first place on the women's side. She ate 38.5 hot dogs, winning for her 3rd straight year, Natalie.
Wow, Stefan, quite an accomplishment there and a big 4th of July celebration. Another big accomplishment, honoring a hero on Long Island. A former fire chief there you see is the grand marshal of that parade. The fire chief, a hero on the front lines here at home and in World War II. He was just a teen during the invasion of Normandy, and he spent decades as a volunteer firefighter. News 4's Greg Sergel has the amazing story.
Eaton's Neck residents turned out to honor America.
Happy birthday!
And one of their neighbors.
Roy's 90 years old today.
It seems fitting that Roy Beach shares a birthday with the U.S. Beach has spent most of his adult life
So proudly we held.
serving this nation. It's a legacy not lost on his grandson.
He's the greatest guy I know. Basically, he's my hero.
Beach's life of service began in the Navy at age 17. On D-Day, he piloted a troop transport to the beaches of Normandy and later served in Korea. For the last 63 years, he's been a volunteer firefighter in Eaton's Neck and Levittown.
I feel as I'm doing something for my community.
That community today made Beach the Grand Marshal of this year's July 4th parade.
He's got a long history of altruism and service to his community.
He's just always here for everybody.
And Beach was there again, even as he was being honored.
32, you have an address for us,
Working the fire radio as he often does during an emergency call.
You know, at my age, you can't do a lot. You know, this gives me something I'm proud of.
This great-grandfather of 12 says people remember his birthday simply because it falls on July 4th. But his wife of 66 years says a quirk in the calendar isn't the only reason that people remember Roy Beach.
He's a good man.
Greg Sergel, News 4 New York.
Now take a look at this stunning display from Mother Nature off the Outer Banks of North Carolina. This is video that was spotted yesterday. A waterspout formed yesterday in Kill Devil Hills. No damage reported and no one was injured. Residents say waterspouts are not uncommon in this part of the Outer Banks.
So cool to look at these images there.
Yeah.
How it's shaping up right now? I know you were talking about the rain coming through later tonight. It's a good thing.
Later tonight, so it will be dry for the fireworks displays in the city, but we won't stay completely dry, unfortunately, throughout the tri-state as we head into the evening hours. We're taking a live look outside, top of the rock cam, a helicopter going by there. Lots of clouds in place right now, but they're still just the high, thin clouds. We don't have the rain clouds here in the immediate metro area just yet. And it's still warm out there. Temperatures still in the 80s for most of us in the tri-state area. So we are going to keep it dry for the fireworks in the city, but showers are approaching south and west of town. They're already starting to move in. You'll see them in just a second on our storm tracker. Heavy rain and storms arrive overnight, especially the farther south you live, the better potential that you'll see some heavy rain. The rain lingers into the morning commute tomorrow as well, so it will be messy as you're heading out the door. It's a little bit cooler on the Forks of Long Island, Hampton Bays at 75, Montauk at 73 degrees. But once you get a little bit closer to that land influence, we have temperatures in the 80s. It's 80 degrees in Wading River, 84 in Newburgh, 82 in Morristown, and it is 78 degrees right now in the city. So it's nice and warm and comfortable out there. Humidity isn't too bad yet, but as satellite and radar shows us, we have some clouds and showers on the approach, and that will, of course, help to increase the humidity as well. The leading edge of showers is very, very light stuff. Some of this isn't even hitting the ground yet, but this is starting to cross over into the New Jersey border, and then we'll see those showers really pick up in intensity as we head into the overnight hours. So looking at them with Future Tracker, just a couple sprinkles showing up again. Probably not hitting the ground. This is 9 o'clock as the fireworks are getting ready to be set off in the East River, and we will keep it dry for that fireworks display. But that changes very quickly. Once the fireworks wrap up, you're going to want to gather your stuff and get back home or get to a place where you can be away from the rain if you don't want to get rained on, because 11 o'clock and the showers and maybe even some periods of steadier rain are moving in. You can see here in yellow the heavy rain that pushes through. Periods of heavy rain overnight tonight, maybe even a rumble of thunder. Tuesday morning for that commute, 5 a.m., you can see the heavy rain and storms in central New Jersey moving toward the Jersey Shore. 9 a.m., the tail end of that Tuesday morning commute, and it's really, really intense here. We could have thunderstorms moving across central New Jersey for that Tuesday morning rush. Breaking up in the afternoon, and a lingering pop-up shower or storm is still possible. Looking ahead, though, once we get done with that on Tuesday, the temperatures are going to soar into the 90s, and we could have a heat wave on our hands. In fact, it looks pretty likely. More showers and storms arrive at the end of the work week. But in the meantime, we're going to look for dry conditions to start. The rain overspreads tonight, a low of 70 degrees in Midtown, 61 in Liberty, 68 in Asbury Park. Here's a look at the Storm Team 4 10-day forecast. That heat wave begins on Wednesday, a high of 92 on both Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, I think we're not going to stay completely dry. I think we'll see an isolated storm on both Thursday and Friday, and a better chance for a storm Saturday before we clear things out. And it's going to feel refreshing on Sunday and Monday. Highs in the mid 80s, lower humidity, but we do have a sticky period to get through from Wednesday through Friday. So get ready for that. Make sure the AC is in good working order.
Yeah, crank it up.
That's right.
Thanks, Erica. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Erica.
Well, before you head to another summer barbecue, there are a few things you might want to know. Not every guest is on their best behavior. Grocery delivery service Boxed Wholesale released a new survey about people's secret summer party behaviors. It found that 1 in 4 Americans admit to double dipping at a party. That's a party foul. 40% admit to wiping their hands on something other than a napkin when no one is looking. You know, your pants or maybe the furniture. And a third admit to drinking out of a glass that might not be theirs. Party fouls.
I mean, the double dipping, no.
Double dipping.
That's a big no.
No.
The other ones too, but you know.
No, pretty gross.
Bad.
Still to come, we have a lot more news. Defying the odds, a former Olympian talks about the fight of her life. How Shannon Miller, one of the most decorated gymnasts of all time, beat cancer. Her advice to others tonight. And Sabila Vargas here with a look at what's coming up next at 5. Hey, Sabila.
Hi, Nat. Hi, Steph. Coming up tonight on News 4 New York at 5, police piece together clues in a deadly shooting in Brooklyn. The bullet fired by an off-duty NYPD officer. What we're learning tonight. And an I-team investigation, a computer scheme involving federal hardware donated to local schools. How police say crooks are preying on the government's good deed. Those stories and a whole lot more when David and I see you at 5.
Time of my life, do it
more quality inclusions than any other resorts on the planet. Book now and save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
This is how Precision listens. Bose microphones that hear engine noise, then counter it with the sound-canceling frequency, which helps make the cabin so quiet, you don't miss a thing.
Night, Dad.
Good night, kiddo. It's called active noise cancellation, and it's available in the new, meticulously crafted 2016 Sierra from GMC. This is the precision of professional grade. During the GMC Independence Day sales event, get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on our most popular 2016 GMC Acadia, Terrain, and Sierra SLT 1500 Crew Cab vehicles.
Whoa, that doesn't look good. No, not you. Ordinary fuels can clog your engine with dirt. It's like lugging this around. It's dragging down your fuel economy. But over time, using new and improved BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean up that dirt, like hundreds of scrubbing brushes. So that means a cleaner engine, which helps you get more miles per tank. I'll be here if you need me. New BP gasoline with Invigorate, our best fuel ever.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently. So we wired the Wagner's house with 100 meg internet, which means that in the time it takes Mrs. Wagner's car to arrive for the airport, she can use Fios to download the movie Up in the Air to watch while she's up in the air. That's the power of fiber optics. And right now you can get 100 meg internet with equal upload and download speeds, TV and phone for just $69.99 per month online. Cable can't offer internet speeds this fast at a price this good. Only Fios can.
Sometimes we all need a little help. Today you helped her plant a garden, and you want to be there to help her with all her tomorrows. If you're trying to quit smoking, you may need a little help. Medications to help you stop smoking, including nicotine patches, gum, and other medicines, are available to Medicaid members. Call your doctor today to get the help you need to quit smoking, so you can always be there for her.
Love you, Maxie.
Ever wonder what the pets we love do when we leave?
Chug, chug, chug!
From the humans behind Despicable Me.
Max!
Huh? Hi, how are you?
Enchanté!
See The Secret Life of Pets in theaters July 8th. And if you want a loving pet to come home to, support Clear the Shelters on July 23rd. Stay ahead of the storm with the NBC4 New York app. Tap the NBC4 logo in the corner and select the Weather tab. See the latest forecast, interactive radar, and even set the weather page as your home screen. Download the NBC4 New York app on the App Store now.
Get pumped up, just about a month out from this year's Olympic Games in Rio. And when you hear the name Shannon Miller, Olympic grace, a champion spirit likely come to mind.
Yeah, but 5 years ago, at 33 years old, the athlete received news that changed her life forever and set her on a new path.
It was 1996, and Shannon Miller was at the top of her game, with 7 medals, the most decorated gymnast in U.S. history. But 15 years after her Olympic victories, she received stunning news.
My doctor found a baseball-sized cyst on my left ovary, and that quickly snowballed into any test that might be available to kind of figure out what was going on.
Married with a young son, Shannon was diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
And everything stopped. Just my whole world stopped.
Doctors removed a mass in her pelvis along with 1 ovary and a fallopian tube.
I was very, very lucky that they caught it so early. That is not the case with most ovarian cancers.
The American Cancer Society estimates that roughly 22,000 cases of ovarian cancer will be diagnosed this year. It ranks 5th in cancer deaths.
There are symptoms of ovarian cancer, and most women, even at early stages, have symptoms. They're just non-specific.
Symptoms like bloating, pelvic or abdominal pain, weight loss, changes in bathroom habits. Shannon was able to have another child after receiving surgery and chemotherapy, and earlier this spring she reached a milestone, 5 years cancer-free.
As an ovarian cancer survivor, I want to speak up and speak out about it, because we need to understand the signs and symptoms and know that it isn't just, quote, an old person's disease. I mean, this is a disease that is absolutely horrific, and the earlier that you can detect it, the more options you have.
Now, a pelvic mass does not necessarily equal ovarian cancer, but it is critical to get anything like that checked out. As with other cancers, early detection, as she said, is key. That does it for us.
Thanks for joining us on this 4th of July. News 4 at 5 starts right now.
Now at 5, prepping for the big show, the nation's largest 4th of July fireworks display is just hours away here in New York City.
Leave the worrying to us. It's going to be a great event.
Tight security, the measures police are taking as we speak to keep you safe as the fireworks fill the sky.
And will it rain? Storm Team 4 tracking a system that could hit parts of the area tonight. We'll tell you where it's expected. News 4 New York at 5 starts right now. We have crews all over bringing you everything you need to know on this 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to you. Good evening, I'm David Usher.
And I'm Sabila Vargas. The highly anticipated Macy's fireworks goes off around 9:30. And just look at the crowd right here in Long Island City right now. That is one of the prime locations to watch the sky light up tonight. And with millions expected to gather, security, of course, is the top priority. News 4's Sarah Wallace is on the East Harlem to show us what's being done. Sarah?
Well, and Sabila and David, the police department is telling us that they are deploying more manpower on this July 4th than ever before. They also say there is no credible threat to New York City. Now, one of the biggest challenges right now, this traffic. I'm at East 105th, and the